All right, Walt. So we're going to be talking about onions, right? Planting onions.
Yes, planting onions, and onions is one of my favorite foods. I mean, they can really enhance the flavor of any dish that you cook.
Okay.
Now, there are some people who, most people plant them from the bulbs, but there are a few people who really like to plant them from seed.
Okay.
And so all you basically do, and let me just kind of show you what a onion seed.
Real small.
Yeah, real
seeds.
small, a little black seed. And to get them started, you may want to, you get your potting soil there, and basically you can just about 1/4 inch, that's about that much on my finger there, just plant a seed.
Okay.
Cover it up.
Just good contact there.
Yeah, just good contact there. And I mean, it really, these things will pop out. Takes about 14 days for them to germinate. And I'll show you what you're going to have in about 14 days.
Okay.
Give me just a second here.
Sure.
I'll show you. So in 14 days, maybe 20 days, depends on, where you have them located, you'll end up with this right here. And you'll have these little, onions.
Okay.
And then from there, if you wait another couple of weeks, watch this.
Aha.
You'll end up with these. And this is when they're ready to go into the ground, into the raised bed here, for planting. And just real simple technique. Look, folks, it's real simple. All you want to do, go down about, from my finger, right there, that's about 1 inch. You just want to go down about 1 inch and close.
Stick them in there, okay.
Yep, and you want to go about 3 inches, between 3 inches there. And there you go. Doesn't take long.
Okay. So what kind of onions are there out there that we need to
Well, you have
planting?
your yellow onions, you have your red onions, you have your sweet type onions.
Okay.
And then also, I believe people have tried to grow things like leeks, those type of onions. I guess they're onions.
Okay.
But you begin to see a lot of that. Now, one thing about an onion you need to know. Some people will buy those onions that they'll say they're supposed to be the sweet onion.
Okay.
You may not have the soil type for that onion to be sweet. Sulfur plays a big role in how that onion has flavor.
Wow.
And with the pungentness of the onion. So, you may have to kind of watch your soils there.
Okay.
Now, I want to look at one other thing here.
All right.
Now, this is the way a lot of people.
Yeah. The bulbs.
Yeah, and they use the bulbs. Same concept. Go down about 1 inch, and I just do them like this.
So while you're doing that, I mean, how do we need to prepare the soil for planting onions?
Well, like any other crop, it really wants well-drained soil.
Well drained.
You want to have a good sunlight. You want a good 8 hours of sunlight with them. Let me get this one other one in here. And also, they want the pH to be about 6.5.
Okay.
That's kind of what an onion likes. Onions also like fertilization, complete fertilizer. So like a 10-10-10, a triple 13, something like that will work well for an onion.
Okay. And when you're planting them, I mean, does it matter how far apart they have to be planted, or?
Now, this here is, of course, is a raised bed right here. Now, if I was planting a field, probably would be 36-inch rows.
Okay.
But here in these raised beds that are just wonderful, you just want to go like right here. I'm probably going about 6 inches there away from the other onions. That'll work perfect in a raised bed. Now, over time, these onions will get bigger, and if you, in about, I would say these in about 30 days will be ready if you want to have some green onions.
30 days,
The bunch onions that we chop up and put in our salad and also put in our turnip greens or whatever that we're eating. But if you want to keep them on a little while longer, let them mature out for another, I'll say 90 days, 100 days.
Okay.
And then when the tops begin to, fall over.
So that's when you know it's ready. Because I was going to ask you, how do you know they're ready?
That's when they're ready to be pulled for what we call storage onions or dry onions. There was one other point. How do we dry our onions out? Because that's always, and the way I do it, if you can get your hands on a bread rack, works perfect. Set your bread racks up where air can come up on the bottom.
Okay.
Lay those onions out on top of them and let that air circulate in there, and they'll just dry out. Now you don't want to get them wet, so don't wash them before you, dry them out. And then some people, you may have seen, maybe in the older days, people used to use pantyhose or stockings to dry. They would hang them up in, in a closet or something or area, a storage room or whatever, and that's how they would let them dry out. But really good flavor. Okay. Now, as for insects, every now and then you will hear I'll have someone come in the extension office and they'll talk about, the onion maggot.
Okay.
But if you rotate the crop, you'll be okay. So like take this raised bed for instance. So next year I would need to raise my onions over there somewhere.
Okay.
I don't need to put
in the
those
same
onions
place.
Right back in the same spot.
Good.
And that would help alleviate that problem.
Good.
And aphids can be a little bit of a problem with them, but
aphids attack everything. Just wash those off.
Yes.
To get on everything.
And that's a little bit more about them right there as far as that goes.
So no major disease problem or anything like that?
Not really. Not that I know of or that I have experience as an extension agent here in this area. No, I have not really had any issues. Again, there's just all different flavors, all different types. They just make any meal great.
What about short day, long day bulbs for your onions?
Oh, great question, Chris, because, it depends on where you live.
Okay.
Now, here in our area, which is the Memphis area, we want what they call a short day bulb. That's what we want to grow here, short day onions.
Okay.
That means onions that's going to receive 10 to 12 hours of daylight. Okay. Now, when you go north, okay, you want an onion that can be anywhere from 14 to 16 hours of daylight, and they're called long day onions or long day bulbs, or whichever way you want to call them. So that's what you want. That's the difference between the two. Now the issue, if you are up north and you tend to plant one that is a short day, you'll end up getting a very small onion because it's going to want to form that bulb, so you won't be happy with your product.
Right.
So be very, very careful when you order from your seed catalog which ones you're getting.
Right.
Be very, very careful.
Watch your label because it'll probably tell you on that as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see, how it does, and we'll definitely let you know, right?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Well, I'm going to stay here and finish this out, okay?
All right. Definitely appreciate the demonstration. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.